Shalom everyone, Rabbi Eric Solomon here in Raleigh, North Carolina, Beth Meir Synagogue. So a little more morning Torah. We are entering Shabbat before, it's after Yom Kippur, the holiday of Sukkot, the Booth holiday, where the Torah tells us to dwell for a week in booths, reminding us of our leaving of Egypt, how we dwelled in booths as we traveled in the desert towards the Promised Land. And also it reflects our agricultural time as well, and gathering of vegetables, fruits, whatever, okay, all the harvest. So, but also Sukkot is another piece, not only the booth aspect, there's shaking what we call, the rabbis interpret as a lulav, which is like a palm frond and other pieces to it, myrtle and willow, as well as an etrog, a little show and tell. It's like a yellow, it's a pre-Eitz Hadar. It's a beautiful fruit of the tree. The rabbis announce and say, this is what you shake. I want to say a word about this because, there are people, and I get them here on my social media feed, who are understandably and legitimately skeptical of religious tradition in general. I'm not saying it's just Judaism, but religion in general. What are you doing shaking a fruit every day for a week? What are you doing? I have to make sure it has this, pitam at the end. What is, and it can't be broken. What's all these rules, the ruddiness? It's just silly, you're paying all that money for that. It's paganistic. Look, and academics will tell you, there is pagan ritual involved in this. And there's different aspects of what the lulav represents versus what the etrog and issues of fertility in the Middle East and Mesopotamia. All that is not only true, likely true, it's probably has deep roots in that as well. So we borrow these traditions in the Torah, no question. The question is, what do you look at religious tradition for? What are we getting out of this, right? What can we gain? Is there ancient wisdom? As opposed to just kind of being skeptical, looking down, and before, even try it, want to be a little curious. Like, is there anything to learn from this? Let me just give you one example, right? The rabbis say, even though many in the Western world, influenced by Christianity, say that there's an apple on the tree of knowledge of good and evil that Adam and Eve ate, the rabbis say that one midrash says it was an etrog like this. And one idea powerful is that on Sukkot, we're going to actually take an etrog that was the source of a problem, we could say a sin, okay, in the Garden of Eden. And we're going to actually take it and we're going to shake it. We're going to kind of honor it as a mitzvah. What does that mean? So it means that, we ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We know good and evil. Maybe during Sukkot, when we're focusing on food and harvest and plenty or lack thereof, and a lot certainly on the environment and nature and the gift of nature, are we taking advantage in a good way or an evil way the environment? Are we, the knowledge we gain from taking this fruit, are we doing something about it? In fact, when we look at this and shake it and hold it and smell it, we see the beauty of nature, but also are we preserving nature? How are we interacting with that? So there's many ways to look at these rituals. You can look at them skeptically, negatively, or you can look at them with opportunity for spiritual growth, even moral growth. I invite us as holiday continues, in the booth, as we're outside, as we reflect on those that don't have homes, or steady, regular homes. Think about this fruit. With your knowledge of good and evil, what are you doing about it? That's the message of the etrog. Wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom and a Sukkot, Chag Sukkot Sameach.